Did you know that many things we think of as classic Christmas traditions are actually completely different from how they started? Get ready, because we're about to dive into 10 surprising facts about the origins of Christmas that will totally blow your mind. Let's start with a big one. For the first few hundred years, the early church didn't even celebrate Jesus' birth. That's right. Christians were all about Easter, which celebrates the resurrection. Some early church leaders actually thought celebrating birthdays was a pagan custom and avoided it altogether. So, if they weren't celebrating his birth, how did we land on December 25th? This brings us to fact number 2. December 25th almost certainly isn't Jesus' actual birthday. The Bible never gives a specific date, and many scholars think he was probably born in the spring. The date was likely chosen around the year 336 AD. Why? Well, it was a clever way to give a new Christian meaning to the popular Roman winter solstice festivals that were already happening, basically co-opting them. There's another interesting theory for the date, which is our third fact. Some early Christians held the belief that great prophets died on the very same day they were conceived. They calculated Jesus' crucifixion to be on March 25th, so they reasoned that his conception must have also been on March 25th. Just add 9 months to that, and where do you end up? Bingo. December 25th. It's a fascinating piece of early Christian calculation. Fact number 4 gives us another clue about the timing. The Bible mentions shepherds watching their flocks by night. Well, in ancient Judea, shepherds typically only stayed out with their flocks at night during the spring lambing season. This adds even more weight to the idea that Jesus was born in the spring, not the dead of winter. It just wouldn't have made sense for them to be out there in the cold December nights. Okay, what about the 3 wise men? Fact number 5 is that the Bible never actually says there were 3 of them, nor does it call them kings. They're described as magi from the east. The number 3 simply comes from the 3 types of gifts they brought: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So, there could have been 2, or 12, or any number of them. Now for fact number 6. Let's talk about the Christmas tree. It didn't start as that cozy, festive decoration in our living rooms. The tradition actually evolved from medieval church plays about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. These plays would feature a paradise tree, usually a fir tree decorated with apples to represent the forbidden fruit. Over time, that tradition moved from the church stage into people's homes and evolved into the Christmas tree we know and love. This next one is pretty shocking. Fact number 7. Some early Puritans completely banned Christmas. In the 1600s, Puritans in both England and America saw the holiday celebrations as too rowdy, unbiblical, and rooted in paganism. In colonial Boston, you could actually be fined for celebrating Christmas. I imagine getting a ticket for putting up decorations. Moving on to the man in red. Fact number 8 is that the Santa Claus we picture today is a mashup of 3 different figures. First, there's the real Saint Nicholas, a kind and generous bishop from the 4th century. Then there's the Dutch legend of Sinterklaas, who brought gifts to children. And finally, there's the modern American version, who was heavily shaped by poems like "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" and, believe it or not, famous advertising campaigns by Coca-Cola. So what about all those presents under the tree? Fact number 9. Gift giving wasn't originally about Santa Claus or commercialism at all. The tradition started as a way to symbolize and honor the gifts that the wise men brought to the baby Jesus. It was seen as a deeply religious act, a way to reflect that spirit of giving, not a trip to the mall. And finally, fact number 10 might change how you picture the nativity scene forever. Jesus was almost certainly not born in a wooden barn or stable. In that region of the world, wood was a rare and expensive building material. It's far more likely he was born in a cave used for sheltering animals or the lower level of a stone house where a family might keep their livestock. And that manger he was laid in? It wouldn't have been a wooden trough, but one carved out of stone. Isn't it amazing how much history, culture, and transformation is packed into this one holiday? It's a fascinating journey from ancient rituals to modern celebrations, but however you choose to celebrate, it's the Christ in Christmas that matters most. If you learned something new and had your mind blown a little bit, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more surprising facts. Thanks so much for watching.